many moments where the grab net just captured onto so many of his opponents, and it was so fantastic that it allowed for his teammates to pick up on the kills.
So Gen.G on defense, Talon on attack.
Against their opponents in Gen.G this time.
So we kind of get to see it on attack already.
Bigger impact.
Because I think this comp does struggle.
On the attacking side especially,
and a lot is probably up to ban. Maybe Premier will carry it as well. Speaking of Premier, get a raid boss. We get Frenzy double satchel, Frenzy double satchel armor.
They are set up for something. Ban on a bit of a lurk out towards A. The rest of the team outside of garage.
Cage triggered. Cage triggered.
SK, thank you so much, man. SK, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you for the prime 20 months as well. We're hitting some big numbers. Thank you so much, man. I mean, Primy absolutely sent it here. It was a lovely, lovely nade.
With the nade himself.
Yeah, the nade really forced Primy to go in, and no one else could follow it up.
Free for the most part. Already a rough beginning here.
With Cruz down mid, I mean, you're maybe thinking
Sassy has raids. Oh, okay, yeah. Dude, it's the first time I've ever tried to raid someone and it didn't work.
Shots coming through, double face in towards Mail, but
dude, Gen.G are not messing about today.
The spike is dropped.
One dead.
We'll be able to find one. Karan going to be taken down. Munchkin playing up close. Classic in hand. Swing on the corner. Wide swings out. Will just plant his feet. Another multi-kill pistol round here as Munchkin is a bit of a heater, it would seem.
Yeah, he's
also 3 kills.
He's on for a mad score if he
the first round
gets anything close to his first map score.
It's 3 or 4.
Yeah, definitely close to it. But, oh man, just to say that a wrench in the plans was thrown against Talon is an understatement.
On defensive, they're doing this smoke over towards B main in the wall here. They gotta start taking heaven and middle.
Because of Munchkin. Next round now.
Like B with this Viper smoke here is really strong.
One goes on the side of Karen for Gen.G.
Texture wanting to peek out. Does manage to get the kill. Dips back, Foxy9. Meanwhile, sat here in main. Or on the side, I should say. Peel off a second elimination there as Governor will go down.
Who they buy? We've got a Sheriff.
As soon as the round starts, 2 kills instantly for Gen.G. Tops off thanks to the Sky.
Munchkin now with that signature Guardian here in hand. Wide swing out. No, my God! What is that second shot?
Jesus. Oh, God.
What did they do?
Holy hell, he looks incredible.
What did Gen.G do to him? What have they been feeding him?
He looks insane today. Dude, if I'm Sentinels at the moment, I'm super scared. Look at what he's doing.
Aim training routine, everything.
Yeah, this is fast, man.
Slow-mo.
Oh, it's instant.
Oh.
I just... Oh.
Bro, doesn't even react.
At a loss for words.
Doesn't even tell his team he did something nice.
Change pants a little bit. Anyway.
Excuse me.
Gen.G now. Still keeping
okay, we got the...
A little bit of an upgrade for Karen. I don't know, it's an upgrade. It's a Judge. But Talon,
we got the Judge out. Did they change their overall macro or the... Chat, what the hell is the Viper smoke? Why can't I see it on the minimap?
The sonic sensor. Retrieves it. I mean, a bit of presence, but
this is at a middle, right? Okay.
Go back into explore mid, so yes.
So first 2 rounds they have smoke over towards B, and then for the buy round, if they're trying to work out how to play against it, they change it up. We have smoke heavy over towards middle. No way. No way.
A split moment.
Didn't even know too much about the first kill. He's shooting the guy close, kills the person far back. I like the idea from Gen.G though, right? Talon, you're looking at the first 2 rounds, you're like, well, even I did it. Mid and A Heaven's weak, that's where you have to go. Then they decide to go middle on their big buy round and the Viper smokes there. But because that's the original call, they like force it a little bit.
Seems like they don't have any idea as far as what side of the map that he's on.
But they do have the spike, so they're definitely going to watch that at the very least. Foxy9 is just...
30 seconds
he
left.
is the chill guy right now in this series.
Dude,
Chipboy's
this
probably looking to stay alive,
chat.
so 20
Imagine
seconds
they
left on the
keep something
clock.
up, right?
See if he's able
I
to
don't
do
want to
it.
cast it
Gen.G
too much,
starting to
but
hunt.
imagine they get something
Apart from
similar to
that,
this.
I mean, every time that you're starting to think Talon just might be able to
And
do
it's like
something.
roughly
Full
around the
buys as
same
well.
kills. It will
They
be one of
walk
the
into
most
the
dominant
judge.
2-0s we've ever seen.
No,
Because
there wasn't
right
any
now,
kind of
Talon aren't
clear
even
from the
getting kills.
sky. Governor didn't really have the utility to really send it out on the other side of that smoke.
Well, Jit able to find one. Here comes the rest. And
Oh,
he
there's
does
the kills
well
that I was
to find
talking
the
about.
second elimination, but
Still,
Foxy will take the gun
the
away
kills mean
from him.
that they have to force him down to an eco. Gonna be a low buy. Probably gonna see some stingers. What do we got? 5 kills
What
across.
he cannot have.
We're back here, man. We're back here where
Well,
Munchkin has
from
more
having
kills than the
Divide
whole team
available, but
again.
Yeah, it all starts with this.
Dude, look at that first kill. He has no
Right.
idea about it.
Just right around these sides of the smoke, and Governor was the one looking in towards vents as well. Very, very much exposed. The rest of the team, unfortunately, just falling down to the judge. So Judge
Dude,
had to go Munchkin
they're taking
this time,
turns
and
with the
he's gonna be
judge.
one
Munchkin's
watching
turn
mid,
now.
Watching mail room, repositions.
They're not gonna force
Talon
through this, right?
looking to burst.
And now Munchkin's going to be
Oh
using
dear
it.
God.
Well, only going to be good for one this time around. Texture, however, an easy scoop of that kill. but
Okay, this might go wrong
readjust,
though.
so weapon can
Nice
be
kill.
recovered here. But not
Oh
gonna be
my,
put to
dude,
use.
even that shot's hitting.
Quick kills for Yomak
Everything's
down
going
beneath.
very, very well.
Gen.G move up 4-0.
Munchkin now. So Talon,
Munchkin
second
suffers
big
his
buy
first
round,
death.
so you got to go up against the Viper at middle.
They did have at least a couple from the previous, but also, again, it's simple Gen.G fashion, right? You have the great setup. We'll stick to it. Maybe a slight change in some of the players' positions, but down to it. Talon's readjustment back into, off the eco, rush in through mid, gets completely foiled. And off the initial kills, Texture already is prepared to go in for that trade. The rest of the team all traded
Viper
off
over
Texture as
towards
well.
middle. We got the
Round
trip
5
here as well, so super
Wow,
hard to
mid
actually
on lock
send
now.
it through this. Got cages over towards A to
down.
create pressure, none over towards heaven though. We just send it. Everyone's seeing the Omen flash is done.
Space, but they are fully blinded up. Caron
God, this is going to be the
hitting
most
the
dominant
paranoia on absolutely
best of
everyone.
3
Now
I think I've ever
stranding the
seen.
Spike.
Smoking it off as well.
And there's just nothing else you could do.
Really? Maybe through mid, maybe.
I mean, they just dropped the pit. Bam, I have to go absolutely crazy here. There's the trip wire. Gets spotted as soon as he sends out the cage.
Last player standing.
Oh man, all the stacks as well.
Oh,
Oh, the
What is that
widest
movement?
swing.
Dude, this was their second buy round.
Playing with their food now.
They got 2 armors off of them.
5-0. I mean, the pit was
Between them, they have the same
kind of
kills as
talented
Munchkin
doing, but they
solo
also weren't
again.
really anywhere towards mid. They had a game plan to burst in through B.
Karen
But thanks to the paranoia,
did unreal. This flash was
everything
sick.
Just comes down to a bit of a
But it's just like
firing range for
they've
Gen.G
had a
at that
rough
point.
time. They
All
got a
the
little bit
utility
owned at the
is
beginning.
connecting.
Dude, look
from
at
their
these
side.
swings.
Nice.
Like first buy round, they got owned by the
Timeout
Viper
is
smoke
gonna be
moving
called
towards
here
middle.
from
Second
Talon.
buy round, they get owned because the Viper ult is up and that goes middle with the trip,
Who's
and
the
then you had
problem
the
here?
smoke on B. Like it's
And
a horrible,
tough
horrible
to say
start
what that really
for
is, 'cause
Talon.
right now we're not
But it's
seeing
mostly down to Gen.G
too
just doing
much from them.
good
They're
stuff.
getting stopped very early on in the rounds. It's hard to imagine or to peer behind the curtains and see what they're working with. They tried mid and were stopped by the judge. They tried B, stopped by paranoia. So if you're the team, you might just need to pull more
He's angry.
out of the playbook.
Yeah. I don't know. I
But
get it.
is split and you are
But I'd also be
attacking
looking
that
at
well.
what's
If anything,
going on and
maybe
be like,
some of
well,
these ultimates, especially with Cruz's annihilation.
The problem is
Little
that
blind.
at the moment, not the
Didn't
problem.
give.
The fix so far is
But otherwise,
if
Gen.G right
Talon
now,
took A
they're switching
heaven,
things up off the timeout as well.
they would have a
Two
great
players
time.
outside of mid this time.
right? A heaven is how you
True, too,
pretty
and that's
much
the one that kind of
pull off the
feeds
Viper or
all the
pull off the
exposure.
person and vents to make mid weaker instead of forcing through, which they keep doing. Okay, they dog, and while the trip is down, they try and take a timing, but they're just so on it. They are just butting their heads at middle, though. They gotta go A ramp. This is the thing. If with this comp, because you only have the Cypher to try take over towards A, if your Cypher's not on his own, sending it all to A heaven, you just get wrecked.
Now they're just down to these 2 remaining stingers.
Watching for the top as well. If there's any form of free aggression, Gen.G, they know that Talon doesn't have numbers, so they're just reinforcing the sites, and that's all they need to do.
Grab a weapon.
Yeah, but then they would make some sound.
Suppose so, but they're just both going to get gunned down to 53, 58.
It's like, take your pick. What's your poison? It's tough.
Flash not going to connect there. Munchkin able to find one, finds the
Okay,
other.
huge.
Another 3K.
Another round with no one dying.
6-0 now.
It's tough. They didn't really have the guns in this round, so I'm not gonna blame them too much. But
Okay,
at the same time,
I gotta
it
see
was
people
close
going A
range,
heaven.
at least for this duel against Foxy9. But somehow, not quite being able to get the track across, and individually skilled. Their Gen.G players are able to kill each and every single one of them down. The initial, few kills, every time Talon tries to set foot onto any part of the map, they get completely stopped. So we need to see more, in terms of utility, just being able to, flash or walk.
Munchkin right now has the most insane
like
KD I've ever seen in a best of 3.
So maybe trying to work the map now.
Cage
This is
trigger.
the full buy round after all. Ultimate's all pretty much close to online.
It might be the
if
best
not, basically
ever
online.
in Valorant. I'm trying to think. Maybe someone had like a nuts game where they only had like 1 death or something.
Spotted at least 1 out. And then they back away.
This is so nice from Gen.G though as well. Like Talon do the thing that they're meant to do in terms of actually creating pressure over towards A heaven, and it just gets insta recleared by the ult. Good news is though, they finally got through middle.
I've got your trail.
Seekers are going to be let loose from Governor. Chasing over Yeoman, trying to play this patiently as much as possible.
Okay.
Permit will be able to find that elimination.
Much better now playing off the ultimates.
Whoa.
Spike's still on the ground though, so
Alright, I locked down to
thankfully there's
texture
quite
to
some
see what
time to
happens.
work with, but now they have so much more space off the timing and how things have played out. They know that showstopper is used around ramp, so
Texture backpedaling. Watching the top of the rope. Permit going to be taken down. Another tap, another
Big
drop.
nade if he wants it.
Now they're going to be forced in the opposite direction, back over in towards Munchkin. Looking for the elimination.
Okay, that's the
Simple
duel
will
that should
open
decide
things
it.
Up a little bit, and Cruz will go ahead and very much pry open the B side. Here in spawn is Ban. They line up. He takes them
Alright,
down.
he got here
Talon
early as well.
be able to get themselves
Okay,
on
this
the
is nicely
board.
done from Talon.
much familiar talent.
Bit of pressure over towards A.
This is the
It
talent
didn't
that
really
we're
help get them
used to
through.
Taking their time
I mean,
to
it
work
kind of
across
does.
the map.
Right,
But
they go
with
over
the
towards
being
A. That means that the
maybe
person
not
helping over
necessarily
towards
going
middle
for
was the
some of these
Raze, and then
fights
the
or
Raze had to
really
reclear A
settle
with the
on side,
ult,
but as soon
which
as
meant
a bit of
that
noise is
middle was
made,
weaker.
they got the ultimates,
And then
they
normally what
work off
happens
the
is once
Seekers
you
to
take
peek
A,
and be heaven,
they either have
and
to
at the
fight
same
A
time,
heaven or
Ban
they
will
leave
give
middle.
all the way back deep into a
So
spot,
they need to try and do that
cutting
again. It's
Gen.G
all
up
about
on
A heaven.
rotations. Not too many ultimates spent either. So
They got
that's
loads of
good
ults. They
enough.
can actually
Texture was the one with the showstopper
win the
that
map.
was expended, so next round now coming
It's
in,
not fully done.
information gained from Gen.G. Talon should
Okay,
still
this is
be
what I was
taking
talking
their
about, the fact that
time
you can
with
have a
things.
sick default. Right, Deadlock goes over
Boys
towards
maybe
B, you put the
lurking
trap.
inside garage, the side
Sorry, you put the
searches
trap
to
over
back
towards
them
B.
up.
If they try and fight you
The rest
back,
of the
obviously
team
they're going to get
makes a
wrecked
bit more
with the
noise somewhere
stun.
else.
And then over towards A, you can have your double cage camera
Laser
combo.
working his way up mid. Spot much, I believe. Maybe
Yeah, no, this is much better. Ever
Maybe
since the
George
timeout,
Floyd,
Talon
maybe
have done good.
Chris
But
Redfield
again, it's
used
just
to
all
be there,
Haven.
but
Texture's out wide, gets the first one, tries to get the second. Puts Ban down to 56, but is healable here for the moment. Foxy, though, trying to gain line of sight for a brief little moment, a peek in towards main, but nothing spotted.
Thank you so much, Sheriff. Yeah, we're out here
more noise
struggling.
too. But off of that initial exchange, Gen.G already splits their forces to hold down towards A. Munchkin is here.
Divide used. Jit boys watching to see if anyone.
Right, it's gonna come a lot down to Foxy9.
On the Yeoman. He realized that Talon
It's a
is
great
right
spot.
there nearby. Seems like the answer is going to be no. Annihilation.
I got owned.
It's rotating straight into it.
Hey, that was
Jit at the
nice.
same time, his patience pays off. Missed
Cruz
the bomb.
used the
Arrow.
pressure of his
Munchkin down
ult
to
to
judge
know that he
range,
was
not
going to
gonna
wrap
do
back
too
round
much
to
for
sight.
him.
So he didn't insta use it for elbow. He kind of just knew the path and he was committed to go sight. That was cool.
Work cut out for him. 3 players on the opposite side as here comes the barrier mesh. Here's it, reloads, and yeah, double setup down the alley. Talon, go ahead, double their score.
Okay.
They always have that spray on.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
this is 2 rounds where they've taken A having control and 2 rounds that they've won.
Good way to make light of things, but also good round from them at the end of it all. I mean, that's one way to use the Annihilation, jumping in, just daringly going against your opponent. And also Munchkin onto the judge, right? So not much that you could do back there. Gen.G, of course, being able to afford so much, you know, after having built up
Okay,
quite
and they
the
change it
bank,
up with just a fast
but
A
Talon
or
still
not?
has the ultimate to work
Because they
with.
wanted to do scatter nade.
So better round from them this time. They were able to, you know, make more noise across mid and then hit towards committing A. Down to the next round, maybe trying to do similar things. Gen.G trying to swap back around. Now it's the op from Texture.
Showstopper.
What a shot.
Spotted, and Texture nails it
What
with a
a shot.
headshot.
Tripwire destroyed.
Entry not allowed.
Ultimate is
The tink into the spray down.
Whoa.
Foxy able to find Governor.
Oh, that was kind of nice.
Boy
Like a little
similarly
satchel
tagged up a
out to
bit.
get to the angle and you spot them as well at the same time.
Know that he's going to be stuck into the corner. Foxy
You
just
can
trying
just
to
chill.
draw him out into the open so that the op shot can connect. Meantime, just not much more than Bad and Cruz
Very
can try
nice.
to do to bail him out.
Oh, I like this as well. They did the 10's Omen flash to try have the swing from sight as well.
Last player standing.
Cruz on the floor. Smoke will dissipate. Van
tripwire destroyed.
trying to fight back. Does have a solid read about this flank. Yep, has the cam as well.
Destroyed.
She can just start poking and
Look
prodding.
at it though.
Oh,
Van
Like
now,
look
yeah,
how professionally
no
they're
real
playing it.
way to win that
It sounds stupid, but like no one wants to mess up. I'm watching Foxy9 over towards here have great patience. Texture, great patience. They're waiting for either a swing out or
They had the
eventually
plan,
Karen to
they
get there
wanted
to
to
Omen
execute.
flash so that Foxy can swing.
Texture is
Like
there.
it's so nice.
And also the Seekers as well. So, I mean, this round, you know, Talon had the plan, and it's not a bad plan, but Gen.G stayed on
Yeah,
top of it. With
They're like
Texture's
just so
quick
disciplined at the
reactions.
moment.
What is that? It's a good job. Again, Gen.G being able to fight their way back. But now you got to think about Talon's economy. It's starting to go down a little bit low. So they need to find a way to, again, come back up on top of the round.
Push up. Flash out into mid. Munchkin sticking with this judge. See if anything is going to come.
Chat, did they take A heaven
in around
control
the
on that
side
round?
Here of that poison orb.
So far, Governor should be able to set
Or
something
did they
up.
just go straight sight?
Backing up. Oh, spotted in mail. They know that the judge is still going to be in play. And Munchkin
Ooh.
gets delivered unto
Damn, the
death.
timing of that was
Ooh.
lovely, by the
Out of
way.
Smoke. Texture still in a very committed
That was
position.
sick.
Does he have any idea?
Him and Jit Boys. At the very least, he's looking for information outside of B, so not spotting anything out, it's okay. The question is, does Jit Boys...
They tried to, but were denied. Okay, they at least took like close control though. That's good enough.
Texture's on the edge side, excuse me.
Not sure that either of them are aware of this whatsoever.
But over on A...
They had ramp control, right?
I mean, you could just send it, you know, HL or something like that. As you mentioned, though, Ban, able to find one. Yeoman going to be taken down, and there you go, Jit Boy striking.
Dude,
Find
Texture must be like, how the hell has he done that?
Seconds
Girl
left.
stuff revealing, but now just
Really
two
crossed
players
with the
left.
fake.
They're going to cut back over here
Player
towards the
standing.
B site. And Karan just not quite ready. Gets taken down, and that means that Foxy is going to be not just hanging back, but he's making
Spike
plenty of
planted.
noise now, and Cruz is well aware of it, says hello.
Okay, they still
Now
might
the
get
three-
a,
now
still
the
might
tables
get
have
enough
turned,
to be
right?
honest.
Earlier on was Ben who was alone, but Talon gets to finish it with no mercy. So 3-7. And this is a round where it really tells you how much audio is of a factor for the pros. You know, a single footstep as Texture tries to leave his post, and Jit Boys is aware enough to be able to spot back out towards him. And apart from that as well, the hit heading on into his site, Talon is able to break things apart against Gen.G.
Governor's got an operator. Carries that over. Try to use it. Got the spot.
Lovely
Gets the
shot.
kill. And gets out.
Here.
Solid opening frag to be found. A lot of the smoke's now taken away, but Texture, the very aggressive position.
Oh, messed up the flash. Oh no.
Trade back kill there onto Cruz. Similarly, just completely evacuates the area.
Yeah, messed up the flash so they couldn't trade it.
One trade, but
Dude, Texture just managed to stroll out of there. Didn't even need
hurt
satchel.
too much. Maybe a little bit more for Gen.G as they
Showstopper and
Ooh,
Premi up and over
shout
the
out
top
to
of it.
Premi. That was lovely,
Down
dude.
with
That
a
movement
three-bar
was so
finds the
sick.
elimination. Texture
W
gone.
forwards
Great
into
movement there from
satcheled
Premi,
over
but
the
now
top.
Jit Boy's gonna be taken down.
1v1 over towards B main gets
Talon
one though.
seemingly currently scratching their heads, trying to figure out where exactly they want to go. Seems like they're going to fight in towards the B site once more.
Blinded.
Flash confirms some presence there. Heals from Governor.
God, the Governor's flashes on this round were atrocious.
Maybe, okay, Ali into B.
Here.
30 seconds left.
Yeoman brings it out. Aware of the potential of these movements here, and Munchkin pulls the trigger a little bit faster. Now down below. Spike's gonna get dropped. Yeoman sends out the flash. Primi, however, able to dodge that.
Yeah, got enough time for this.
He's playing it cautiously, uncertain where Foxy was going to be. Still finds himself rotating over. But with 2 seconds to spare, the spike will get planted.
Spike planted.
He's pinned down.
Nicely handled.
Foxy ready for it. Stops
See,
him
I
from
still
getting
kind
up
of
to
think
four.
if
One
they
more
get
round to
4,
play
it
out
might
here
be
in the
alright with
half
this
for
comp.
GenG. And to try to get themselves all the way up to 9.
Quick to hold on the angle too. And this is a round where, off the initial trades, both Duelist as well as Governor on the off being so aggressive down mid. But
Oh man, this was
Texture
lovely though.
coming in with a showstopper, anticipating a potential push into main, just didn't quite expect a little bit of movement from Primi. And then off of that, just after the dust settles, Primi continuing with his onslaught into the B side, reading some of GenG's positions.
It's a shame. It would have been a really nice round for Primi.
On the one-on-one, Foxy9 with a slow rotate over, so hidden. So pretty much the score still favoring the Tides of GenG. Ults on both sides though, and it's
Yeah, back to this setup with the ult in middle.
Outside of it because he doesn't want to get hit by any stray annihilations from Cruz. So still quite aware. Gotta play it safe. Still in middle room.
You've at the very least got to satchel this.
And there's a chance, especially with the Trailblazer if it spots him.
Don't tell me they're going to try and do the dog hits the wire and they walk through it.
He'll be able to confirm the kill. Annihilation does get the pull.
Okay, end up in a right.
Just go ahead, yoink him out of the pit. Won't be able to be prevented here. Munchkin does end up falling. Break on the tripwire. And once again, Talon, similar situation, trying to assess which site they think they're going to have the best shot at.
This time it would be B. Might have heard the camera closer towards vents.
Texture. Dude, there's no pressure B main. Like,
Snappy
hold up,
with the
guys.
first,
Surely we
Snappy
got to
on
wait
the
for ban
second.
here.
Can't quite line it up
Bro,
with the third
ban's on an
Texture.
absolute island. What's going
He
on?
will shut down the hopes and dreams there. Expecting the approach from Garage. Finds it. 9-3 at the half. GenG once again way out in front.
It's just great reason.
Okay, I mean, this comp's really good on defense.
Able to
Can I get a drop?
predict most of what would happen in the rounds. Munchkin staying ahead of it, just gets the noise, baits out that annihilation from Talon, which is
Surprised they
enough for the
got
rest of the team
3.
to confirm,
They started doing a lot better once they were
Taking
taking
a bit of noise from the camera,
a
if they
like
do
ramp
push into it,
control.
Foxy9 would spot them out. If not,
This round
he's
here,
anticipating they
that
have to
was
push out into
really
SB
rough
heaven.
to watch.
So playing from
Like, if
underneath,
I'm
he
Frost
already
watching
had
this
his
round,
crosshair
I'm
placements
losing
up
my
online.
mind.
Great plays, GenG, as they end
Against
the
the
first
Viper,
half, 9-3.
all
Talon now
trip
swapping
at
over
middle,
to the
they want
defensive
to
side.
dog
You also get to see a little
hits
bit more
the trip
deadlock
and then the other take the
in the next
timing.
half.
So they'd all go
we
past
do.
the trip at like 1 HP.
Right now, GenG looking like they are just chomping at the bit to get into that final series of the night. We'll see though, moving now over onto the defense. Talon. So far, this first half, first map, these pistol rounds have eluded them. See if that can change, moving over to the defense.
Certainly could be close, but yeah, Talon still needing to.
Now
move
they
on
come
more.
back. I mean,
Again,
sure.
what we saw from before,
It's actually
Primi
like it
might have been
is.
the one carrying the
It
torch.
isn't the maddest
That's
to
not
believe
say
it
that
right
the
now.
rest of the team is not putting in
This
the
comp
effort.
is
They
very
are
hard to play
trying.
against.
Governor is doing quite a bit on this map with his utility.
Got to
His
start
assists
with a
are up
pistol.
there.
Primi
Trailblazers
raid
and
boss
everything
once
to spot
again.
everything out
Probably the
for
most
rest
that
of the
gets
team.
raid bossed out of
With
anyone
Prison
these days, I would say.
Previous round, for example. So next one coming through
It
now.
feels like I had
Three-stack
like
on
2 out of
side
3
A for
pistols this
Talon.
guy's raid bossed.
GenG sets it up.
Maybe
with
even
the toxic
higher.
Screen.
We Omen flash in heaven.
Barrier's about to
Okay,
drop.
which side does it hit? Looks like
Sheriff's in
he's
sight.
gonna go left.
Sounds
Hit them
Moments out
both.
as Texture going to go running forward, but Pain Shell will dissuade.
Dude, this is the sound sensor that's OP as well. This one over towards heaven, you go here early, put the sound sensor in, and then if you dual heaven, as soon as you start shooting.
Pops it back up at Munchkin. I mean,
How's Munchkin
what
got
is
this
he
kill
on
though?
about with these pistols? Finds
Wait, how has he
another
actually
opening
got this
kill
kill?
there.
I don't get it even from looking at the minimap.
Just
Wait, was this guy on this box, I
Push
guess?
up the stairs. Frenzy, close range, should be favored and is. It's a headshot across, Munchkin taken down. Solid enough situation here for the side of Talon. Now they're trying to go ahead.
Do I
and
like
close
the
this one
idea
out.
of raid
Foxy, though,
bossing?
able to
Oh
answer
mate,
one back. His band
that's
does
the
get
only reason
dropped.
we won pistols back in the day, to be honest.
3v3, now a 2v3. At Talon's disadvantage. Primi will be able to go ahead and keep it a little bit more even. Paint Shell's going to be lobbed in. Karan takes the fight to him, stepping
Player
closer.
standing.
Such an
Finding the
important
kills.
duel.
Just plays ring around the rosy, waiting for your man to try to get in a position.
30
Cruz
seconds
dropping
left.
down. He's just trying to stick for it. He has.
One enemy remaining.
Trusting in your man to be able to clutch this out. I don't see the bar. I can't see the bar.
Yeah, he's
just
done it,
holding
right?
He's just got
No way, he just stuck it.
it. Okay.
That was.
Well, I respect.
Huh?
Yeah,
Alright,
Bar
well,
just kind of disappeared.
Nonetheless, it still is Yeoman creeping up forward with the flash to be able to secure.
Hey, he
the
played it
final
well though,
kill.
with the 1v2.
So whatever happened there,
Yeoman thought his footsteps
But-
close enough would
wait,
get him off the
is it?
spank.
got a little bit confused as what I saw on the UI. I think I might have
He
saw
flashed
that
himself? He did
useful
flash
around
himself, yeah,
cover,
not
but
wrong.
Still, it seemed as though
Kinda messed up the timing a
entire
little
strat for
bit.
GenG was to send a bit of a separate squad into A
And
to make some noise, but Munchkin spotted
He
out a
thought he
player
would be off the
first,
spike.
and then the rest of the kills just followed and dominoed through that way.
Okay, this is doable.
Picked up the round.
Really, really doable now.
Themselves a pistol.
I'm interested to see how
Solid
Gen.G
start
wanna
here.
play against this comp, because it is a nightmare.
Gen.G have been known to be so very proficient at thrifties. And this time they actually come in with a little bit of added firepower. Lots of sheriffs, but Primi to go ahead and put them on the floor.
Be nice to get a Razor early on.
That's a big pickup. Noting mid
Supply
now.
destroyed.
Wire destroyed. Cruz is riding the rope up to the top here. To be heaven. Made noise, and it seems like that's more than enough for Gen.G to back off.
But Talon trying to get proactive. They move ahead in towards the back of sewers. Gen.G recognizing that that could not be a viable option. Back in towards mid.
Damage exchange there.
How did Gen.G get that pick? He was... You talk about Munchkin earlier? He was on the box.
We'll shrug that off.
He was on the box top B.
Bit of a rougher spot. Sonic Sensor just on the opposite side here as they get rid of it. Enter up into heaven and ban. Yep, we'll have him line up. Gets a nice little collat. Swings in. As Texture
What?
gets back-to-back headshots.
Dude, imagine he wins this. It'd be one of the best rounds
And
we've
he
ever seen.
recovered. One on the site, two behind.
Oh.
And there you
Ooh.
go. Primi with a second shot.
First shot
Will be able
missed.
to
I was
take
like,
him
hold
down
up.
For a brief little moment, oh boy, it was looking dicey.
He actually turned into like a 1v1 somehow. That would be insane. But nope. Despite the miraculous shot, still is Talon being able to hold on to majority of their guns. Primi, especially in with the Outlaw, was doing quite a bit. Just being able to put up the roadblocks ahead of Gen.G without much control. They're just walking in towards the setups up around mid. So next round now buys up from Gen.G. Looking to work their way through. This time a different toxic screen in towards the B site. Keeps a couple more players from Talon tucked in towards this portion of the map. Foxy9 looking to create some individual space outside of a heaven.
Oh, great damage across Munchkin.
10 HP. Maybe didn't
Down
see
10.
the cross.
Front's gonna be
Oh.
cleared out. Ban looking for the pinch there, but Texture does narrowly manage to escape. Trailblazer, however, spotting in.
Then we just spam this, right?
Foxy9 as he tries to just get the wall bang through. He swings out. Actually does manage to force him away. Engage now going to be popped.
they're
Barrier
trying to
mesh
lock him in.
dropped here. The
Okay.
entrance from main.
It's going to be a little bit weird because they
Also,
gotta
there's
break
two
this
judges
wall.
on the side of Talon, Primi as well as Jit Boys. So mailroom, maybe not quite contested against Gen.G anymore. The barrier match for now, definitely a little bit annoying.
Going out. Looks like it's widely avoided.
shot.
But Munchkin Missing the timing on the
Yeah,
cross,
he
ends
kind of
up
just
getting
went a bit too
spotted,
early
taken
after the
down.
smoke.
30 seconds left.
He'd waited
Oh,
for
they're in
full bloom
trouble.
with the poison orb.
3 people over towards site, 25 seconds.
Away, drop down here in the side. He is Texture, but it's an easy shot for Governor on the flank. Looks for another, but Yeoman does manage to find that kill. Cruz gets taken down, and suddenly... this
Can the
round's
judge
a
even
little
pick
bit
up a
more
gun? I don't
doable.
think so. We got a flank with the judge. Oh no, we do have a gun
HP.
here.
Yeoman down, still at 10.
Dude, if Yeoman can get a kill on 10 HP.
Any damage he can find is just going to be assistance here for Karen. He's trying to go for the clutch.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah, the Korean casters in the back.
Jip Boys can maybe pick up a weapon either, but no.
Noise is made as he jumps into the smoke, the judge in hand. Another jump, the tap of the spike. The
Okay,
jump out.
nicely done.
Okay,
Super
Jip
hard to hit
will
him when
be
he's
able to
doing
get
that
it done.
movement. Yeah, this is
Talon
very much on.
hanging in, persevering, and now
Upgraded the
very much
Bulldog as
shrinking
well.
the gap.
Pistol into bonus.
Yeah, maybe not exactly what was intended to happen, but thanks to the judge, he actually was able to jump into smoke and out of it with that thing. But ultimately, the way the whole round plays out is thanks to this deadlock that they have. Again, Talon, barrier mash blocks up, Cruz in with the Outlaw, and he's able to snipe them down as they try to cross. At the same time, they do manage to cross at the very end, and that's how they were able to even out the odds a little bit more out from A Heaven. But as they move further on into the site, that's the final 1-on-2, unfortunately, for Karen. So, Yeoman low at HP, not quite able to provide much assistance.
We have a game? Yeah, it's pretty much why the timeout's coming in, even he realizes it. It's just like, well...
Gen.G, so timeout being called by the coaching staff.
I think
First
you
one
have
of
to
the
take
set,
B
obviously.
main.
And Gen.G not wanting for Talon to elongate this map, nor this series. See if they're going to be able to shut this down, but it's 3 rounds consecutive so far here for the side of Talon.
Deadlock is strong on
Solid
split.
run back.
Yeah, really,
A lot
really
more
strong.
lively on the defense.
And this has got to be one that lasts a lot longer. I mean, the effects of the timeout, that is, because you're calling it pretty early on. Gen.G's not going to be able to afford too much on the next round. So thinking about how they might want to work against Talon's setups, especially with that deadlock in play. Thinking maybe a little bit more mid-presence and
Yeah, I mean, I think they gotta...
more presence in other parts of the map. Who knows? Gen.G's also capable
They gotta
of
go
a lot of
aggro.
30s, what we've seen throughout the year. All Stingers, 1
B
Sheriff.
main, mid,
and they are
free
looking
early.
to execute a day.
Extra quick entry up the ramp.
Here.
Everybody else is piling in behind. Karon lingering back as smoke goes off. One
Oh, this
forward,
is
taking
pretty nice
space.
though. Hold up.
Blind shots
Premier
coming
might
through
actually be
Premier.
in trouble.
Yep. Not blind at all. Gets sight. Sponge gets taken down. Premier now relocating here into the
I
back.
think he got an
Simon,
ult, right?
He's a showstopper, but he's just piling in.
I think he had to ult.
Governor
It might not matter.
line 2, but
It'd be a big win if he saved his ult and they managed to win this. Okay, Texture with the plunk, it's his ult, so he might use this as well. Depends if this guy gets hit. Okay, now he won't ult, unless he gets a pick.
Texture swinging out, trying
Okay,
to
handled it very well,
help
to
out
be
his
honest,
teammate,
Talon,
trying
and
to
they
find
still
some kills,
saved
but he
Razor
cannot.
as well.
A little
3
bit of
people
damage gonna be
surviving,
dealt.
get that money a little bit
Ultimately,
better.
Talon shrug past
My ultimate
that
is ready.
timeout call.
Spike the
Now we're just 2 rounds away from tying us up.
No more
That's Talon
charges
staying
left.
ahead of the curve this time.
It was at least Gen.G playing a lot faster, which I guess we're going to see for a bit.
Angling it down from the bottom of elbow. And also Cruz just to provide additional support as well from the top. So they recognize the situation incredibly well and were able to go in for those trades up against Gen.G, or at least to make it safe fights, even as Gen.G tries to get that pinch against Primi. They lost a couple of players and a bit of damage as well. And also, Cruz is freaking cool for using the Annihilation in that fashion. Instead of trying to bounce it off the walls, he jumps
Shotgun
in.
it.
Yeah, shotgun.
I wonder if we're going to do
Here we
like
go.
a
Gen.G now
grav
has a
net
couple of
trap
elements to
play,
work with,
maybe.
but Primi saved that showstopper for a rainy day.
At least has the potential of doing it. Oh boy.
Governor, looks like he was considering going for the push. He actually may have been good for one. He had.
Normally what you do with your dog here, like Governor got a little bit lucky here. I know he goes down. Like normally your Sky Dog goes over towards vents, you clear it, and then you jump into the smoke, and then it stuns. It gives you a voice cue. Like he was a little bit lucky that Yeoman messed up his dog.
But now he's in a bad spot.
Okay, he
Right
can
here
tank
at his
this.
feet, slowly whittling away, keeping him vulnerable, and Karon with the crossfire. Has the headshot, has the kill.
Yeah, he went halfway through.
Money for another
Chat, he had heavy armor, right? He could tank it.
How much do you want to try to push
He
for
acted
this
like he
one?
couldn't tank
Crew's
it.
dead.
Blinded.
He's been noted. We'll be able to find that pick there, but misses the follow-up. and
Damn.
Okay, does manage to
Primmy's
blast back
movement
out
is
towards
pretty
safety.
insane. I'll give him that.
Now they are going to hunt.
Each and every one of them not wanting to
Look at Munchkin.
allow for
And the
Talon to hold
tripwire.
on to
It's
anything.
new Molly. Oh yeah, it's one Molly now. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
One Molly
Oh,
got the
no,
buff
no,
back.
No, not like this.
Yeah, okay,
you
you're right.
cannot. Oh.
Dude, the Molly change. We've had
Munchkin.
3 Molly changes.
Well, it's been a little bit rougher for him since that side swap, but something tells me that he's having
Well.
fun again.
That might give him a little bit
Yeah, definitely.
of belief
taking
as
his
well.
time with that little knife kill at the end. But I do wonder if this is, you know, what the effect of that timeout was. Because
Oh, he saw his head
everything
anyway.
looked so
Spike planted.
connected.
Wait,
for
can you see
Gen.G in
Astra over
round.
this box?
Texture with a quick play out towards B heaven, especially with the showstopper being pulled out so quick.
Dude,
forces
Tex just
Talon
laughed.
back, and they recognize. You know,
Okay,
even the chip
Talon,
out
pretty big
for
round
G-Boy's
for them. They
position.
got 3 people that can't buy next, so you want to see the
Very
Razor
smart.
Seekers into
Clearing
this.
out a lot of the tiny corners. Now next round coming through. Talon still has their ultimates to work off of. But we're back into mid. Just looking to clear out the trips.
Spots, it's still not cleared though.
It's not cleared, but they could have done the thing
Oh,
where they
back
ran
up.
through it. So it actually
just
does
go
create a
ahead and
little
use
bit
the
of pressure,
blast
especially
pack to
the
take it
dogs
down.
like going back to jump. They take it down.
Maybe a little bit less effective for textures.
We got
mobility,
Viper Wall to create
otherwise.
pressure on A.
A lot more space being granted.
Because as
closer
we can
towards
see
B,
right now,
maybe a potential
A
play
is
towards male as
crazy
well,
weak, but
unbeknownst to
dude, Talon does have a
Gen.G,
read on this.
A has been vacated.
Either they have a read or they're
Completely opened up,
super
as you say.
in for
Don't
retaking.
know this, so it could just
Over
be
towards
a full
A.
flash. Talon stacking up on towards the right side.
All
Might make a
3
pivot
go
up to
here.
the Seekers, where they do lead. Grab well here into Habit, trying to delay. Texture going to be taken down. Shit Boy's able to find that kill. Seekers now from the Talon side, chasing them back.
Yeah,
through
they
the
did
vents.
over-rotate. The cancel might be
Now,
pretty good. I still think
the race
Gen.G
to the
win
A
this.
site
Seconds
begins.
left.
What do we got for
Oh, and
retake?
it's just such a quick
Nothing?
smoke out from Karen as well. Look at that one. Just right on the far edge of screens. The Talon's gonna have
They're
to
so
spend a
sure
little bit to
someone's
check
sight,
to
'cause
clear
they're like,
that.
wait,
And
how
that
do you
gives
mean no
Gen.G a
one's
bit more
sight?
time to get spiked down. Post-plant
Well, they took a
position now
long
coming through
time
as
to
well as
plant, right?
Munchkin carefully making his way through.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, that should be it
Fast
now.
enough.
Honestly, I thought Gen.G were
Shot
in a
there
pretty good
coming
spot until that
inside.
kill.
Shit Boys. Cruz noted here to Heaven. He will get smoked off. Caron. Pushing in towards main. To the flash, Privy able to find Yeoman now.
Damn, nice shots.
Striking
Nice
takes them
shots.
down.
Real clean.
Talon will be able to fight
And
back.
they needed to keep
A
it
bit
clean.
salty after the knife. Other way, not allowing for Gen.G to continue upward. Hold them here at 10. Bring it back to just 2 rounds separating.
So lovely and poetic how they flipped that around. It might have been a knife kill from before, and now it's a flawless win for Talon. Being able to keep all of their guns for the next round, and who knows, maybe even more economy for the next upcoming rounds as well. And that could mean so much when you are, you know, looking at a scoreline of 10 to
Perfect. Yeah,
8.
they handled it really well.
So not only do they read kind of the position,
They definitely had some kind of read into this also.
Trips up towards mid, getting the stack on towards the B site. They spend enough utility.
They win
just
the
to clear
round.
smokes and play fast enough to get into positions, but also another flash.
And Frost calls a
just to get
timeout.
into that fight on towards the site itself on A, and then the timeout called out by Frost. Really looking to pull them over the finishing line for this one.
Popping the second one. Bit of a last-ditch effort here, but could bite them. Gen.G are able to get a game plan together here, going into this next round.
And that is definitely the consideration. For now, I mean, Gen.G, they've been, you know, trying to assert more presence, or at least to break more of these traps to give themselves a little bit more breathing room across the map. We'll see
You
what
win
they pull off
timeout
this
here?
upcoming
It
round.
depends.
Yeoman
I mean,
able to
personally, I
afford
wouldn't,
much,
unless I have like a
unfortunately.
really good read on something, but I would also kind of trust the team to remember the read.
The Sheriff here in hand.
So,
Also able to buy down to rifles. Half
I'm not
armors.
sure.
Blazers, not cheap. Goes forward.
Okay, Gen.G definitely
Yeah, and still the same toxic
been
screen
taking
out
mid
to
for
rotate, but it's been
free
noted this time by
past like
Talon.
what,
That
3
invite was
rounds?
sent out from Governor, so they rotate quickly on over. But as that happens, Gen.G straight into vents. They might be able to catch
Yeah,
timing
and they've sped up a
on
lot
towards
more
play
as
like
well.
Cruz. But they gotta watch out for the sonic sensors on the other side too.
Okay,
so
Yeoman takes a
Cruz
hit
is
gun-wise.
still feeling comfortable. Oh, and on the other side of mailroom.
So creep up, Governor at the ready.
Yeah, this is nice though. The first contact's like once they're committed.
Very good idea. About this,
Absolute shot.
Speaking of that sheriff, able to put it to good
Oh, the
use.
Astra.
Governor,
Oh,
however,
the Astra suck here was
swings out
awesome
and
as well.
bows
This is a
down
cool
3.
setup because they're so committed. They just tank
Perfect
the
timing
flash.
on that gravity well from Jit Boys. Good read. Good
Even with the
reactions now.
insane shot here,
Trailblazer
they ended up
calls in
doing
to
great.
check as well. Doesn't see anyone on the other side of that spike, but they do recognize
Damn,
the fact
bro,
that Gen.G's probably looking
Jeffich.
to retrieve that.
Dude, Jeff, you went with
30 seconds
20
Stay
as
tucked
well.
away on top of rafters.
Chat, let's get some
Cruz
kind of
here
oiler slug
support.
going. That's wild, bro. 20 gifted.
Actually on for an ace.
I got super rewarded for the 5 a.m. wake up today.
Now
It's
slowed
wild.
down
Thank you so much,
movements
man. I
here.
appreciate that, Jeff.
Well, ace denied. Foxy will fall to Cruz's hands. Munchkin
10 seconds left.
completely and utterly out of time. Just trying to figure out see if he's going to save this weapon or try to go for any kind of kills here. Give him his pit either way, but looks like he will just stagnate.
Okay, nothing
Here
on this one. He's going to keep gun.
On to the gun as Governor goes in for the peak.
Okay,
Both of them will
Jeff,
survive
thank
in
you
the
so
end.
much.
Talon,
20
though, winning
gifted.
another
20
round.
tier 1 subs.
Now
Thank you
just
so
one
much, man.
separating.
54
Look to tie
altogether.
things up.
That's wild from you, Jeff, man. Appreciate that.
And again,
Thank
it
you,
just
thank
comes
you. If
down to
anyone
that
got
one
gifted, make
little
sure you at
gravity wall.
Jeffitch. Say thank you.
You know, despite the initial approach,
There's a 1 in there.
this is one of the tough things to work against, and that's the, I guess, the setup from the timeout call from Coach Frost.
Thank you so
Having
much for
many
doing that,
players
bro.
stacked
Thank you,
up,
thank
gonna be
you.
Right around the edge of the rafters towards B tower.
Keep us. Still trying to play other games,
Just
man.
right around the skirts of the angle. Next round, though, still the same toxic screen towards A from Gen.G. They head back in towards mid. But surely this time, I imagine, it's more of an A split than anything.
Who's winning?
So early
I mean,
rotations being pulled across.
technically,
Guiding Light doesn't see
Gen.G,
anything
but if you're
again.
feeling like momentum-wise who you would
But
predict
still
to win right
rotating
now,
fully
I feel like
just
Talon
Kirby
is in
back
control.
towards, B heaven. You could use the boom bot for a bit of intel gathering, but
Here.
not needed right now. Sonic sensor, though, in a different spot, and that's the thing that might hurt Talon a little bit. But the star's instantly placed.
Extra flash would be nice.
Governor here
Ooh.
on the angle, Trailblazer.
Wait for this, then flash.
Give it away.
Why else would they be Astra
It's out
sucking?
his zone. Quickly cleared out. Texture in the meantime, blast packing in towards the site. Jit Boys here sat behind the screen. Through out of the corner, and Yeoman just wins the fight. Jit Boys displaced, take it down. Karen now able to find Governor as well. Suddenly, lots of Talon
There.
being able to bring us
It
to
looks so.
parity.
It looks so weird from Gen.G, right? It doesn't
Lessens greatly.
like even though they won
Shells
the
into the corner,
well,
forces
maybe
Yeoman forward a little
yeah,
bit
even though they won the
closer.
round, it didn't look like
Still has the
comfortable.
shot,
It's nothing
ready
they
to
would have
go.
like practiced too much, right? They have to go up vents and then skydog out.
5 players.
It's still nice though.
on
If I'm
taking
Talon here, I think they got to talk about middle. Gen.G are taking middle in the first 20 seconds
Still
for
a clutch
free.
here for the side of Talon. Playing for
Like
exit
they
at the
took
very
middle
least. May just be
with
the plan.
Boombot only, right? They had Skydog double flash once they get over towards vents. They can't let them have that much space and that much util. They got to at least do like a smoke on middle, make them use Skydog.
Up to 11.
That is ever so much
Spike is
closer towards
They cook
that
this one up on the
mid
fly.
series
Oh, for
point,
sure.
which then they would
I
get
think it was
Sentinels
more
up
just like
next.
we take middle for free the whole
Or Talon
time.
pushes us again.
And then Sky Flash
Possibly,
doesn't
if
hit
they can
anyone
find
A
the lead
heavens.
against
That's really
Gen.G,
nice in
but
terms of
right
info.
now, the adjustments from Gen.G, just being able to avoid that star from Jit Boys, gives them so much more timing and space as they are able to burst out
And
together
then
into the
Gen.G
sites.
maybe is that once they're
Unfortunately,
prepping
Talon,
to
despite
fix
the sonic
middle, or at
sensors
least they
on
think
the
Talon are
it's not
prepping to
quite
fix
enough for them
middle, they just
to
straight up
anchor and
sight
work
hit.
around it. Gen.G now back in full, in towards the A site.
Governor sending out flashes, trying to save them off. Trailblazer on the corner. Sights turned back over in towards main now. The net will get cleared. Cruz backpedaling, sends to the barrier mesh. Will end up getting broken down very swiftly though, and Primi now has to reposition. The op shot ends up going wide. Lead in towards elbow. Governor here on the site, find the first one, cannot find a second though, ends up getting dropped. Yeoman coming away with the kill, Texture able to find
Gotta
it at
go
the same time,
huge,
and now
kinda
Jit
needs to get
Boy
another.
strikes. Makes his presence known, looks for a little
Oh,
more,
he
finds
might have
the
done enough
headshot
with the
on Texture,
headshot.
but cannot confirm the kill. A drop down right into the spider's web. As Charon
Spike planted.
swiftly deals with Cruz, and now Ban, last one standing.
You just find something, a couple of hits from Heaven. He does have cameras and cages, but you know, most of Gen.G will be smart enough to stay tucked away.
Pops the cage, walks through Texture,
Yeah, what a nightmare
Around the
for him to
back.
try win. Nice shot.
and there you go.
Okay,
It's gonna be a
3
big round
chances.
from
3
Yeoman.
chances. They got
3
Seekers, they
critical
got
kills.
Omen ult.
Gets Gen.G.
I like the calling as well. Like the on the fly stuff from
Sharp and
Gen.G at the
quick ones,
moment,
too,
like
and now he
Munchkin's
has
calling, I
Seekers.
imagine it's
4
Munchkin is
ultimates
pretty
on the side of
decent.
Gen.G.
Could be Yeoman
They
as
took
well, I
their
know
time
that
with
he's done it in the
this,
past.
And Texture was so smart, you know, listening out
Like
for
the
that
ideas
op,
are
and he
great.
knew just roughly where Primi would be. Paint shells and everything into its elbow, and also the blast back in just to capture onto him. And then Yeoman with the additional support from the top of Heaven as well. So despite it being
Oh
a
wait,
full
they got
set,
4 ults as
they
well.
weren't just rushing into it right off the rip. They actually were sensible enough
Seekers to get
figure
over
out some
towards the
positions
side. They're just going to do the
and wait out
Omen
some
ult
pieces
strat
of
where they go
utility from
rafters.
Talon. Last possible round, maybe.
Again, I do like it. They had 3 rounds where they took mid for free so much that every single time now they think that they're going to be holding middle heavy and they're just trying to hit sights.
Bam in, Texture. Tag up, down to 2
Oh, we do the
HP.
double? Damn, we do the double.
Available.
Wait, that's sick.
Pushed, and Charon on the
TP into the smoke, then TP. I think he's meant to go into the Viper smoke, but either way, it's awesome. Oh, that was sick. And again, you're not going to sit in the Viper smoke waiting for someone to TP in. So. And also, when people do this, they TP towards Heaven as well. So you're going to think once you hear the second TP that they've gone to like the corner of Heaven instead of the Viper smoke.
Jit Boys, very large flank. Texture, as you mentioned, is right there. But he looks away. He's going to get caught. Jit Boys, great game sense, is able to find the punish there. Now suddenly a 3v3. Governor with a judge. Not going to be able to put it to use. Ends up getting tagged up, taken down. Shorty in hand. Rushes out. Gets the kill as well.
Shout out to Yeoman here. Okay, nicely done from Gen.G. Talon, they just needed a few more on attack. I feel like they kind of worked out late that A-Heaven was the trick.
They will take the series.
This was cool though. I like the calling from Munchkin at the end. That was good. Dude, did Texture didn't he stack it?
Versus Sentinels.
You okay, Texture? He almost tripped over the chair.
Yeah, no, he
But
stacked
yes,
it.
it was so